Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. If you could do me a quick favor, see that little subscribe button at the bottom of your screen? Go ahead, click that subscribe button. Really does help our channel grow, our audience grow, and I really do appreciate it more than you know. So click that subscribe button. Appreciate your support. Now, here's the video that you came here for. We don't talk a ton of NFL on this show. But transparently, to me, Shedeur Sanders isn't even really an NFL topic. He is like, we have the huge college audience that watched him at Colorado. He is super, super famous as a quarterback. We got into this debate on Fox Sports Radio. Like, Shedeur Sanders, would you argue Shedeur is maybe one of the 10 most famous quarterbacks on planet Earth right now? It sounds crazy, but it's like, think about it. Who's more famous than him that's an active player? Like, take out Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Who's more famous actively? Aaron Rodgers? Sure. Patrick Mahomes? Sure. Lamar Jackson? Probably. But you get to, like, Dak would be in that category. But, like, you get to Bo Nix. If Bo Nix and Shedeur are walking through an airport, who do you think is getting, more likely to get mobbed by fans? I think it's probably Shedeur. Michael Penix or Bo Nix, or Michael Penix or Shedeur Sanders. I think it's Shedeur Sanders. Anthony Richardson or Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur. Daniel Jones or Shedeur. So you get the point. So he's a huge topic, and he's a topic that we talked about during the NFL draft because he obviously fell. He falls to the Cleveland Browns. We'll get to my take in a minute, but I only want to talk about it because we found out on late Tuesday that when the Browns take the field for their first exhibition game on Friday, he will be under center. He will be playing quarterback. And forgive me when I say, I am really excited. I think this is great for the NFL, gives us something to talk about, something to get excited about. And I think he's going to play well. I don't know if there will be a QB controversy or not by the end, but I think he's going to play really well. Bottom line, go back to draft night. Listen, my stance on Shedeur has not changed because nothing that I've seen or heard has changed. I don't understand how he fell out of the first round. Listen, if you watch this show, you watch college football, okay? And I'm not saying Colorado was, I'm not saying, well, whatever. But at the same time, can we all acknowledge he was one of the best quarterbacks in college football last year? You can argue maybe the schedule isn't as tough as the SEC, whatever. Go back and look at Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, all his stats were against bad teams. They were against FCS teams, and I think they played Samford. He threw 6 touchdowns against Arkansas, which was probably the worst secondary that he faced all year. So it's like, don't sell me on Shedeur not being able to play up to the level of all these other guys. And oh, by the way, how about Tyler Shuck, the 26-year-old who played 7 years of college football and had one good season, okay? So I never thought Shedeur should have fallen. I believe he was one of the best quarterbacks in college football. And like my opinion is, take out my opinion, I mean, the stats back it up, right? Go back and it's easy to forget. The stats on Shedeur are insane. Last year, 74% completion percentage. 74% completion percentage. I don't care what level you're playing at. By the way, the Big 12 was a very good conference. Don't try to sell me that it wasn't. It might not have been the SEC or the Big 10. It was probably closer than people realize, and I know that because Arizona State should have beaten Texas in the college football playoff, so don't sell me on that. But he puts up 74% completion percentage, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and he does it with a team and behind an O-line that could not block for him. He was sacked 42 times, and even if some of those you want to blame on him, he held the ball on too long, he was also the only offense. They could not run the ball at all. And if he wasn't making plays, they had no chance to put up points, no chance to move the ball, and no chance to win. And so basically, he was completing 3 out of every 4 passes. And then even when he wasn't, let's not forget that, he was still the entire offense. And so I truly believe that you put him in an NFL offense behind an NFL O-line with NFL running backs and NFL wide receivers, this dude is going to ball out. And so to me, I am so fired up to see this guy because, again, I think all he needs is an opportunity, right? Because it's easy on draft night. Nobody knows exactly what's going on. Oh, there's rumors. That that, oh, he didn't, interview well, or that he showed up and he was on his phone instead of doing this. Well, guess what? You put him on that field, he's either good enough or he's not. And I'm excited to just find out. I think he's actually going to be good. The other thing, and this goes back to draft night as well, we talked about this after the draft. I'm still convinced that at some point he is going to get a shot for the Browns. Joe Flacco is 40 years old. As my monitor went off here, what the heck? Dealing with this new technology. So what are we going to do here? So listen, Joe Flacco is 40 years old. Listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm about 40 years old. He ain't making it through the season because I know that I don't care how well he's trading, how well he's eating, if he's taking the TB12 method. Joe Flacco is not making it through a 17-game NFL season. Okay, he's 40 years old. Kenny Pickett stinks. Dylan Gabriel, tiny. Shedeur Sanders, to me, is still going to get a shot, but part of it, again, will happen based on how he plays this weekend. And so I'm so excited. I hope he plays well. Lastly, I'll say this. I think it's just a win for the NFL because the NFL right now, listen, it's almost like college football. College football, I think, is making a huge mistake with the limited media availability. Like if I was advising the Big Ten, the SEC, whatever, I would say practices are open, media availability every day. If the NFL can open practices during the preseason, college football can as well. I'm sorry, Matt Rule and Mark Stoops and whoever. Kalen DeBoer. Nothing you're doing is so top secret that you can't have fans there, or at least once a week, or twice a week, or whatever. I'm sorry. There's nothing you're doing that's so top secret that people can't know. And so there's no stories out of college football. The NFL, there's really not much. But now we get to see Shedeur in real time with the Cleveland Browns. And like I said, I think to me, this is a satisfying step in the evolution of Shedeur. Is he good enough? I think so. Is he good enough? You might feel differently. Is he good enough? We'll find out. And if he goes out there and he completes, 12 of 24 passes and he throws 2 picks, then he's, maybe he isn't good enough. And maybe all of us watching college football last year were duped. But if he is good enough, he's going to get a chance. He's going to put it on film. And I'm just so excited to see what it all looks like. And I just think it's a win for the NFL because in a preseason where basically starters don't play in the preseason anymore, you needed a story. You needed something interesting to talk about. This is it. I think he's going to be good. You don't complete 74% of your passes behind a lousy O-line if you don't know what you're doing. I think he's going to be good. I think by the middle of the year, he's going to get a shot in regular games, but we get to see Shedeur Sanders for ourselves in the NFL this Friday night against the Carolina Panthers, and I could not be happier.